Okay. Now, you may be eager to know like which project you will be working on, right? Yes. This is another big question that you will be having in your mind. So it's been in a company and you have been working for almost it's been a week and you don't know what kind of project I'll be working on, and you may be just going through with your friends and checking the company and roaming here and there, talking to different people, but you are not sure which project you'll be working on, right? So first thing what you will be doing is you'll be provided with a training. Since you have joined as a fresher, right? So you need to undergo a training. A training can be related to the development, a testing, or a support project. So normally some of the IT companies like Infosys, Wipro, TCS, what they do is initially, so they will be, if you're joining as a fresher, they conduct some they will be giving you a training on related to different languages like Java. It can be .NET, or it can be anything, any other different technologies related one. So once the training is completed, so they uh, and also some kind of email etiquettes and all the basic training that they will be giving. And what they do is they will be conducting a test or an exam after once you complete this basic training on the technology side. Okay, so based on that results, so you will be selected, either you'll be going as a developer or a tester or as a support. So it depends on the projects that they have in the organization. It all depends. First key thing is depends on the results of the exam, so how much score you are getting, and other is the projects that they have in the particular company. Service based companies like Infosys, TCS, or Wipro. So there are some projects where it's only the testing projects. There are some projects where there are only development projects. There are some projects only the support kind of a project. So when I say a development, what exactly this means? So you will be completely coding, or completely writing a fresh code, or you're just modifying the existing code of a particular application. To example, to say in a simple words, let's take an example of a Flipkart.com. So you have a Flipkart website, and Flipkart website is already developed by some persons and it's been already running. There is some new feature need to be added. Earlier there was no UPI payment was there, so now we need to add this new payment to that. So you are going to develop, or you are going to write a simple code for that. So that is a development, a new development or an enhancement to that. And testing. So testing, what a tester will do, a tester will test this application throughout this, whether the login page is working. In order to shop anything, what you will be doing, so first you need to log in with your credentials, and then you will be selecting certain particular items, and then you will be adding to the cart, right? What the testing team will do, testing team will test this with several test scenarios, or they will be entering the user IDs, passwords, and they try to test it in a different way. So their job is to test it. In testing also, we have a manual testing and an automation testing. In development also, we have different kinds of development things. So this I'll be posting it in a different tutorial, but at the high level, so you need to understand we have a development projects, we have a testing projects, and a support. What do you mean by a support? So once the application is developed, so if the customer is facing any kind of a issue or trouble, for example Flipkart, right? So when you are shopping, when you have any issues, when you have an issue making a payment, what you do, you seek for a help from the support team. So what that support team will do, okay sir or madam, just log into this, you do this, follow this steps, so that your payment will happen. So those are like a support kind of a project. So whether these are the different three things that you will be seeing. And after training, what you'll be done, you'll be placed in a project. So this is what happens, which project you will be working. So suppose in a campus elections, you are like a 10 friends got selected in for a TCS, and you got a training, and two of your friends may be working in a development, two friends may be working in a testing, and a few of them working maybe in a support. So this way you get divided, and your career gets started. So all after 5 years you see your friend going into the development line, and so few friends may be going into the testing, and few may be going into the support line. So this is where this is the deciding factor. For example, let me take like you are interested only in a development, you don't want to go into a testing, but you got a testing project, what you do, right? So in this situation, what you can do is, since as a fresher, so you may not be having a much chance there. So what you can do is, since it's a beginning stage, so either you work in a development, testing, or supports, everything is fine. So at the end of the year, so you need to know all these three things. When you know everything, that will be better. In this present world or present scenarios, how the IT market is growing, so you need to know, you need to understand all these three. So whatever project you get, just go work on it, and then after couple of months, anyway, you will be staying in touch with your friends who is working in a testing and development, understand how they are working on, and stay in touch with them, and then after 4 or 5 months you can look for another project, and you can jump into the testing project or a development project, from development to testing or testing into development. So that way you can change your project. Okay, so with that said, so these are the which project you will be working on will be decided at this particular point of time.